What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we're trying to find another home for Atsushi. Kind of into this card. I think it's actually pretty sweet, and if we could use all the treasure, that's pretty awesome. And sometimes just getting the card's great. And you know, you kind of need another answer to deal with those things in the slow control matchups. So we're going to try to pair it up in a version of Rakdos Aggro and see if it comes together for all the right parts to help us win some games at Mythic. It might be a little bit of a struggle, might be awesome, but we're going to go find out. And don't forget, if you're going to buy any supplies for your nerd stuff, go check out shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn, because they're letting me get a little bit. If you go over there and while you're shopping, use promo code PowrDragn, you save 5% on all your stuff at UltraPro. Okay, so running this down, we've got 4 Duress. I don't know if we were going to go with 4 Duress or not, but initially I went with it just because I figured if we're worried about the control matchups, this is going to be one of those cards that's going to be great there. Now, if we run up against the creature deck, this is only going to have moderate to mild benefits, but we're willing to take that chance and see what's up. 4 Shambling Gas, just as a way to get some treasure, forward our mana a little bit. I'm going to go with 4 Deadly Disputes. We like this a lot here as well, just getting the extra cards and generating the treasure. 4 Dragon's Fires. We don't have a ton of dragons. We've got 6, but otherwise it's 3 damage, possibly more if we can get some counters on our dragons. 2 Lizard Blades. This is one of those things that, since we are playing dragons, if we can get into a situation where the opponent doesn't have any flyers or potentially just has like 1 flyer, well, if we can double strike through them, that's going to end the game pretty quick. So I'm hoping this does what we want it to do. Then we have Kalane's Reclusive Painter. This is just helping us generate mana, advance forward, and possibly make bigger creatures. Reckless Stormseeker for the haste. But again, if we're worried about control matchups, well, if it turns to night, we get a really big attacker. We're going to go with 2 Florians here, mostly because Florian's actually good in the creature battles, but does help us just find more cards throughout the course of the game. Of course, at Sushi, we were just talking about this card in the opener. I think I like this card more than I probably should, but it is a damn good card. And sometimes, I'm not going to lie, for whatever reason, I forget this card has Trample. That makes a big difference. Like, that's really important. I don't know why I forget it, but sometimes I just do. Yeah, the card has Trample in addition to having those other good abilities. Thundering Raiju. We did play this in another deck that we had, and it actually worked pretty well for us, so I'm going to see if it has a home in here, mostly because paired with Kalane could potentially give you some extra damage. So we're going to cross our fingers on this one and hope it works out the way we want. Then we have 4 Goldspan Dragon, because of course, haste, treasure, whatever. And because we're playing black, we're going to go ahead and try to play Meathook Massacre. You know, I wish there was more exciting things to say about it, but it's a Meathook Massacre. Like, we're going to play it. Now, the lands were kind of all over the place. We are playing 2 Shatterskull Smashing, 1 Agadeem's Awakening, 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, 3 Swamp, 1 Takenuma, 2 Den of the Bugbear, 3 Mountain, 2 Sekenzan, 4 Blightstep Pathway, and 4 Haunted Ridge. So yeah, this is an interesting thing because we are going to probably use Sekenzan to make tokens more often than not, unless we draw it early and need it for mana. But we do have a reasonable amount of way to get extra cards here. Between Atsushi dying, showing us some cards, we have Florian that could potentially show us cards, and we have Deadly Dispute. So we should be okay covering all those bases. But y'all know the drill. We're going to play some games. At the end of the games, we'll talk about what we liked, didn't like, would we change anything, what matchups are good and bad, and we'll have a card spotlight for you. This is a mulligan. Still not great. Not ideal in the least, but let's keep it. I'm gonna get rid of 1 Duress and hope this isn't a matchup where I want to have 2 Duresses. Well, that's something. Kalane, it was nice knowing you, friend. You were not long for this world. But that's okay. I mean, we know Kalane's dead, all right? I mean, that's a given. It's just, what can we do after this with 4 mana? All right, let's find a dragon or something. Oh, that is the worst. That is the worst. Not good. I mean, we can at least make some blockers down the road, so this could actually be useful. So I'm not too upset that we have that. But we are definitely going to take a big hit here. Yep. Not much we're going to do about it. Yeah, exactly. You're attacking no matter what here, opponent. We'll take our 5. Would you like cards? They said no, they would not like cards. Oh, okay, that's something. At least that's a little bit of a positive. And just pass, I guess. No attacks. I mean, we are not in the best situation here. All right, kill that off. I mean, I'll probably just block and trade. I mean, we know you have it, but it's at least making them spend resources. And if they don't have anything else better to do this turn, we're not giving them cards either. All right. Let's find something good. Rabbit Battery could be bad for us in coming turns. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. We're going to pass. I mean, we do have Hive of the Eye Tyrant, which is kind of nice. Lizard Blades is bad for us. Actually, not terrible, depending on which way they equip. Because they're probably going to put the Rabbit Battery on the... Oh, no, that makes it a 2-2. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Not attempting to equip. Huh. I guess because we have the Hive of the Eye Tyrant anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this into creatures. Because maybe we get a Lizard Blades and we can attack back with one of them. Or that. That's not bad. This at least lets us do something. Yeah. I mean, we're going to get in here with our Duder. I mean, if they have another burn spell and they want to double block, I guess it is what it is. Yep. I am okay with that. Like, I am totally fine with that exchange. Like, we got 4 damage in, they lost their double striker and a burn spell. Like, totally reasonable. Why in my head am I assuming that last card is something like Goldspan Dragon? It may not even be, but I feel like it is. Let's get rid of... What's the scariest thing you can get back? Possibly this to start with. Let's get rid of that. I don't think you're getting back anything in mono red, but you never know. All right. This feels like a good comeback, but again, land Goldspan Dragon does create a racing situation we are not fond of. Uh-oh, but they do have choices, apparently. Welcome, the duck is angry. How's it going? We are trying some Rakdos Aggro today. Not sure what the opponent's got going on here. Yeah, I'm willing to block. I mean, it's a red deck. If we just take away all their resources, I'm fine with that. Adversary, you can't do anything with that, so that seems fine. I guess we'll just keep on keeping on. If we get in for 3, opponent goes to 8. If we get in for 4, they go to 7. Still wouldn't have lethal in any way, shape, or form next turn, so this seems fine. And end the turn. I mean, it is concerning, because, I mean, if they do, like I said, get a dragon, we kind of have to get one of our own. Reinforce Ronin. Okay. If that attacks, I think we just take 2. Yeah, this, I'll do this, because you have to keep spending resources on the Ronin to kill us. Might be like a Spike-Field hazard. Like, kill a token so they can keep their creature? Okay, it wasn't. Thought there was a chance it might be. Opponent's at 8 though now. Now we're getting into a real danger range for them. Now I have to start contemplating what are the odds that they have shocks or play with fires, because we might want to activate Den of the Bugbear here just to get the extra tokens or a creature token while the opponent has nothing in hand and only 1 mana up. They've used 3 play with fires already, so their odds are pretty low. So I'm going to take that gamble. Could be a mistake, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Nope. Checks out. All right. And I'm just going to play this now because we're at the point we're just activating lands. So, sure. Rabbit Battery, yep. Plus... that doesn't make another blocker, so that's good for us. I mean, we can actually kill that and attack for lethal next turn. Yeah. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and still have enough to activate, so sure. It's not the best way to ever use one of these, but only because it's lethal in this scenario are we even attempting it. And, okay, I was about to say. Yes, we will keep this. This is not bad. Even better if we get a Deadly Dispute next turn. Would be awesome. That would be the ideal scenario. So then we could just Goldspan Dragon on 3. Looks like that is not going to happen, though. So we're just going to go with Kalane and get our 1 point in there. And be sad when they play a 3/3 we can't do anything about. Though we will be able to duress and take a fight spell away from them, and that's actually relevant. So let's do that. Well, there is a Blizzard Brawl. You don't have a 3rd land, though. Good to know. All right. Then I guess we go ahead and just attack here. And we end the turn. Besides dragon, what's the other high-end red kill creature? That's it. We're just playing dragons. Like, there's no reason to play anything else. Now, the bad part is, we do know they get a troll. And if they find another fight spell, troll will kill a Goldspan Dragon. So, that's not the happiest thing. So, it's a matter of how much can we race. Man, maybe, just maybe we'll get lucky and draw a Dragon's Fire, right? Raiju's not bad for next turn. Alright, well, 5/5 Dragon's just going to have to try to be good enough here. The other upside is if they choose to, for some reason... Oh, well, they drew a land. I was going to say, if they didn't draw a land, if they tried to fight the dragon, they wouldn't actually be able to also cast their Ovenwald Oddity. Really? I was going to say, that is hyper aggressive there, opponent. Like, whoa. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so let's do some math. Opponent's at 13. We could cast Raiju, getting another 4/4, which assuming they block that. We put a counter on something else. Opponent takes 2, goes to 11, and then there's 5, 6, 7 that gets through, so they're at 4. So that doesn't kill them. Unless we draw something to also kill Sculptor of Winter. So I think we block here. Knowing they both trample, we don't really stop much. But it allows us to turn that into treasure to make a bigger Raiju in case it matters. I don't know that it does, but here's hoping. And if they just get another oddity or something, we just die. But again, if we get a Dragon's Fire or whatever here, we just win. That's not true, because they could have Snakeskin Veil. Oh, never mind. They found a blood on this, or a Blizzard Brawl. Oh, wait, what? Nah, that's a little suspicious. What's up here? Hold on a second. I'm just thinking things through here. We'll assume this gets blocked. Opponent takes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not enough. They'd be able to attack us back for 8, 9, 10. They'd only have to find 3. So basically find another Ovenwald Oddity, we're dead. If they play a land and Inscription, we're dead. Alright, I think we're still doing this. Now, randomly, we can stop some damage here since this isn't lethal. I mean, here's the other equation, right? It's not lethal, so we do get to stop some damage here with these other tokens. So maybe that's the right play here. And just say, you know what? Oh. I totally forgot they tapped the elf. In my head, I was processing that as the elf was untapped for some reason and was going to block, because that's what I was thinking about from their last turn. All right, let's keep. I say with the utmost confidence. All right, well, we have plenty of mana, but not much to do with it at the moment. Oh boy. They don't have any 2-mana stuff. Alright, so that's some good news, I guess. If you want to call it that. I mean, I don't like the fact they have all this other stuff. They have Alana and Elena, so we're probably still dead. I mean, it's not good for us. That's for sure. I don't know how we get out of this. I mean, because we know they likely play Tovolar here, right? Oh, well, they didn't even get another land. Like, slow your roll, wizards. This will keep. It's not going to really get us far. But we're going to go with it. Playing gas first so we can get a little bit of action in. And then see if we can roll off some duresses. At least a duress. See what's up. We might want to get 2 things. Well, we might as well. Like, Yeah. Attack for 1. Okay. Now we need some red lands and hopefully get some flying creatures that give us a shot here. That does not help our case at all. Okay. How bad is it? Probably really bad. No, Shane, here's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter even if we win that other game. Our opponent played terribly, so we shouldn't even had a shot to win it. So, like, even if I win it, there's no gain for us from a content perspective. Yeah, I'm gonna block so I can get red mana finally. Like, if I win a game because the opponent plays badly, like, that doesn't really achieve anything, ultimately. Right? Like, we win, and then I get some group of people that's just gonna gripe because, well, you only won because your deck's only winning because your opponent's played terribly or whatever. It's like, and even if I do win, like, how great do I feel about it if my opponent's just goofed up? You know what I mean? So, like, I'm fine with just letting the opponent have a win if that type of scenario comes up. Well, that's nice and all, but I can't do anything like this. Oh, no, like, I'm still obviously doing well with aggressive decks. I'm not saying that we can't win because of sweepers, but Farewell is just a ridiculous card. Alright, so if we attack, opponent double blocks with Weaver and... Actually, that's fine, though. Yeah, we're okay with that. Okay, only getting in with that. Fair enough. Do we meat hook for 0? I don't think we do. I think we have to hold this meat hook for a while. Because we may end up, I mean, hopefully at some point we hit some lands, and we may have to do this for like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 down the road, depending on what they get. Well, that sucks. That's going to kill all our plans. Farewell, if that's a commander-based card, it's an even worse reason to exist, because I don't want that in any of my commander games. Like, you're basically saying the commander game completely resets. Like, why, like, I am not going to be pleased if anybody plays that in my commander games. Like, it's already bad enough when people play, like, whatever the stupid thing is, like, pick up all permanents or whatever, right? Like, that's already a thing. It's already a pain in the butt, and just makes the game last, like, an extra 7 turns or whatever a lot of the times. Because that's the big gripe in Commander, is, like, it's okay to have crazy cards if, like, you're going to end the game. The problem is a lot of people play the big thing, and then you're still sitting there for, like, 8 more turns. Yeah, opponent, come on in. The water's fine. No blocks. Alright, we're slowly starting to find mana. Can't quite meet hook yet. Alright, if they have another borrowed time, I guess it's okay. We'll just Kalane and then hope to Goldspan. The thing is, if we could stick a Goldspan dragon, then we can just meet hook for 3, and that's not so bad. But this will be a 5/5, so it's no pushover. No attack. Well, yeah, of course, you shouldn't overcommit. That's the whole point. The problem with a card like Farewell is it doesn't matter if you overcommit or not, right? Like, you're like, okay, I'll play this artifact, maybe I'll play an enchantment or 2, and I'll have 2 creatures. And you're like, well, you lose everything, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's the problem. All right, they get a big hit in here for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, actually, because one of those double strikes. All right. We take 9. Seems good. Oh gosh, really? Alright, well, we'll just have to hope you don't have another. If you do, game's over. It doesn't really matter which one we keep. We're just getting it for the treasure. And then we may just have to do this for 2, because killing this off does kill this. So, I mean, Meat Hook for 2 is actually not the worst thing here. We just have to see if we can get through the turn. It appears that we might. Nope. The opponent decided it was worth attacking. Alright, well, we know this double strikes and this double strikes, so we might as well do this. If they give it trample or some such, oh well, sucks to be us. Our play doesn't change between now and next turn anyway, and this can just give us more treasure. So, sure. Do we lose if this has some way to trample? Nah, that's still fine. Okay. I mean, they can save a creature here, and that's fine. That's probably what's going to happen. Yeah, I figured as much. Okay. Ooh, and we don't even have to give up our treasure to do it. That is awesome. All right. Meat Hook for 2 looks to be our plan. Let me double check this thing. What's the enchantment on it? Give it... Oh, the enchantment straight up gives it +1/+2. So I do have to Meat Hook for 3 if I want to get rid of everything, huh? I think I'm still going to get Meat Hook for 2. If this dies, nothing else happens. 2 still going to get me 3 life. If they play another one of those, though, we would take 6, and it still wouldn't kill us. Nah, we shouldn't be tricky here. Let's just kill off everything else. I'll just have to draw a land for this other dragon. There's too many opportunities for that to go sideways. I just don't even need to allow it. And we'll get in for 2. Now, you can replay those as flyers, right? Oh, come back. Yeah. All right. Get a card. And you get to give double strike to something else. Ooh, that's a good one. Good one to pick up, opponent. Oh, whoop. Nope, can't do that. I mean, we could, but why? I guess we just have to sit tight, unfortunately. Though, you know what? Maybe I do, because when it dies, I would get extra treasure. And that's a thing. And, like, that's real. And then I could cast the dragon anyway next turn. And this costs how much? 3. So they could give something double strike now. We would also deal 1 to the opponent. So maybe I should have done that. Maybe it's attack, play this, assuming we don't draw land. Attack, play this, get the treasure, then dragon and play a dragon as a backup. I think that's what we want to do, because this is going to let something come back from the graveyard. Oh, they don't have a card to discard, though. Yeah, they should have held on to a land there. All right. Yep. Duder. Ah, Kalane. You change things now. I was thinking I wanted to just let the Atsushi die, but now I wouldn't mind having another blocker. No attacks. Oh, it is after they draw. Oh, they didn't discard a card, though. Oh, well, that's why. I wouldn't have discarded that either. That's a good reason. All right, opponent. What you got? Yep. that's going to be it for us. I mean, we do have some things to block with for a while, but I don't know what that's going to result in that we're going to be able to do about that. Okay. So we play a dragon. We block a thing. Then what? I mean, we get all the treasure. All right, I think it's still worth it to do this. Only because if we find another Meat Hook Massacre somewhere along the way, having a Goldspan Dragon with a bunch of extra treasure means we can wipe out the board. So no attacks. But other than that, I think we're mostly dead here. They have more outs than we do, unfortunately. So we're not in a great spot. Though, you know what? We could cast this and use 5 treasure, which makes it a 9/9. So if we could kill off some other number of these things, we could actually block Catilda for a while, which is really weird, but it's a thing that could happen. I mean, no matter what they do, they're just going to go to 39 and we're blocking some things. I mean, ultimately, they'll just be able to attack with everything and kill us anyway, though. But I don't think they realize that one of our outs would be for the Spirited Companion to attack, and then we are able to get extra enchantments off the board. Super silly, but a real thing. Here, we're just going to take treasures. Okay. We can... Do we try to make this a 9/9 and have a second dragon? And then if so, what do we do with the remaining treasure? We have 2, 4, 6. We could play another Atsushi. And then have a 5/5 Atsushi. Actually, we'd have a 6/6. It's not enough to do anything, but it would be a thing. Or we could just start out by just playing an Atsushi to block again and then play a Florian? Alright, if we know we're just blocking with Atsushi, there's no reason to spend the treasure on it, because we know it's gonna die. Like, that's kind of its lot in life right now. And then we use... Nope, just one of these for black. Alright. I will attack for 5. Get a treasure. I'm just thinking, like, we still block here, block the double striker. Actually, probably need to kill that. It's not worth it. Alright. I may try to attack with the Goldspan Dragon next turn if I think there's something on top we could find that's beneficial, but at that point, we're just looking for a big Meat Hook Massacre, I think. I don't believe there's anything else worthwhile for us at that point. And even then we're just waiting to find something else to deal with the creature in Catilda. Or if we could find a way to... Lizard Blades actually works as well, because then we can make a thing big enough that we could just first strike against Catilda ourselves. So that could be a thing. Though I think we're just dead here, realistically. I mean, the opponent's taking their time, but like we're pretty much dead. All right, I see what you're up here to, opponent. It's like, well, we'll double strike, put that in the yard, then we put double strike on our other 4/5, but we still got to block. I mean, us getting a point or two of life is a big deal here, so I'll take it. Also, here's some other things, right? Like if we get a thing that, or a Dragon's Fire, we could potentially kill off either of these that takes 2 enchantments off the board as well. So options. Okay, there's a Dragon's Fire, speaking of which. Okay. So now what do we do? We can't use all of our treasure here because we obviously need to have some to play the Dragon's Fire. So we can put 2 counters on the Goldspan. I guess we could put technically 4 counters on a Goldspan Dragon, have it be an 8/8. I mean, I guess that's a plan. It's better than nothing, sure. Like, part of me wants to get tricky and try to attack with the Florian here, but I know what that ends up being. Like, we kill that, and then they just put Catilda on this thing next turn, and we're kind of back to that situation. So, I say we just pass. I mean, if we can get a thing dead, we can use this as an actual removal card, so it's a thing. We gotta hang tight here. And every creature we kill is some life here, so there's a lot of, like, moving parts at the moment that could make this reasonable or not. Also, another weird thing, like, Meat Hook for 5 kills off multiple ground creatures. That also makes this smaller, so that's a thing. Alright, why are you attacking with that? That's a real question we have to ask ourselves. Why does the opponent want to attack with that when you know we have a first striker? So you just have a way to protect your creature, right? Alright, so we're going to go here. We're going to go here. And actually, how big is this? 10. So we go 9, 8, 7, 6. We could just, you know what? We could just kill Catilda on this turn. Hold on. Let's recheck these blocks for a second. We have a couple timeouts. Because if we put the 8/8 on here, and oh no, because we'd had that first strike damage doesn't happen at that point. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We can get it down to a 6. We can add Sushi. Yeah, I think Atsushi still has to take 1 for the team here. I think that's just where we're at. Alright. And we'll just block the... Oh, the token's not attacking. Alright, sure. That's fine. And here I think we take cards. Alright. I think I'm willing to use this just to kill that. Actually, is it even worth it? Nah, it's not. We'll save it. Because we're not losing our creature in the exchange, so it's fine. Let's look at cards. Duress, probably not the most helpful thing. Oh, there's double strike. I totally forgot it had double strike. That's stupid. That was totally my own fault. I deserve that. I deserve every bit of that. Yep, we're going to lose now to my own stupidity. Okay. What's the next best play then? We attack with dragons. Or a dragon, at least. We have to attack with 2. Get back and add Sushi. We're at 9. Block, block, block. Take 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm gonna have to spend 4, get back. I just have a duress that doesn't do much at that point. Yeah, I goofed that up last turn, y'all. Oh, nothing there. No surprise. Okay. Don't think we're going to get much use out of this, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll just pass. So yeah, that was totally a mistake on my part. I just played terribly on this last 2 turns. And a naturalist just for sport. Why not? Yeah, that's a big deal here. Really is a big deal. Because I should have used this, just kill that off. Yeah. I think I'm just going to give it to the opponent. I don't really have a shot here. I goofed it up. Goofed it up, goofed it up. Ooh. Alright, we're going to keep it anyway, though. Alright, let's see what we can make out of this. I mean, I kind of wanted just another black land here. Well, that didn't happen. Okay. Well, we're going to go with this. And we're just going to hope for the best. Not sure when I need to deploy this duress in this fight, but I have a feeling it's very, very soon. Probably like now is the time. Actually, I need to play this first. So if for some reason they decide to like bounce our Shambling Gas or something. Oh. Well. Okay, then. Their hand was kind of bad. So if we take a burn down the house, are we really worried about anything from the opponent over the next couple turns? I don't feel like we are. I think that's our only real chance here. So, sure. Man, see, this is a difference. If we could have duress turn 1, we'd have a hell of a turn this turn with the Stormseeker down, because we'd have been able to play kind of risk-free knowing what the opponent's hand is. Actually, that's a mistake. I should have responded by Deadly Disputing, because now I'm not going to know what they have. Not that it really matters, though. I mean, unless they're playing Spell Pierce, I guess. That'd be a little unfortunate. Alright, those don't do a lot for us. Alright, so we assume they want a Memory Deluge and then follow up with the Goldspan Dragon and probably this. So, I'm going to do what we can, and if they just draw the cards, they draw the cards. Alright. I mean, sometimes there's not a lot you can do. You just say, if you got it, you got it. Not totally sure what that card is. Not sure it changes our life any, knowing it or not. So, we're going to try. Bounce the other one. Yep, that makes sense. Alright. So now the opponent knows we have another Thundering Raiju. They're going to Deluge here. Alright, so we get a pretty wide open turn. Oh, we're going to be just short of killing them. I was just thinking we could actually Lizard Blades and get in. Oh, actually, no. If we play this one, that's fine. Because they both get to put counters on each other. And then they're both going to deal damage. So, a counter here. Counter here. Yep. Wow. Good one. That's how you want to do it. Alright, we'll keep it. Yeah, and we actually ended up playing some other games with some just junky decks we were testing, and got everything done, and I was like, you know what? Let's play a couple more games with the Rakdos Sacrifice deck. So we're giving y'all some extra footage here that wasn't going to make the cut initially, but here we are now. Let's get in there with this guy. I mean, I assume it's dead soon, but you know what? We're going to keep doing it anyway. Yep, he did. Oh, we were supposed to find another creature there, and we failed. That's real bad. Okay. Well, it is nighttime. That's a bonus for us, I guess. Epicure. Alright. Alright, deals a point. Makes some blood tokens. Sounds good. Oh my gosh, really? That is not awesome. I think I need to wait to get better advantage out of that. Oh boy. Don't know why I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it. And if it goes badly, it goes badly. Alright, that's the good news, because they didn't kill it before we attacked, so I'm assuming that means they don't have the proper removal cards. Okay, so we actually get a little extra value out of a Meathook Massacre. So that's good to know. Blood Tithe Harvester, they're stacking up the artifacts here. And a Shambling Gas. Alright. Actually, let's do this first. So we have some extra information to work with here. Okay. That's good to know. I think go ahead and just Meathook for 2. It's going to give them a treasure, which is unfortunate. But probably still worth it. And then if we really need to, I guess we could chain Disputes next turn trying to find something. And that's help us out, giving us a little extra life to sit behind. But they could also just play a land and a dragon here. And that would be legit. I mean, I would if I were them. Because we're doing nothing right now. Unexpected Windfall. Alright, get a bunch of counters on your Reactor. People seem to really love this card. I can't bring myself to be excited about it. Onicult Anvil, sure. I do like me some Anvil. Yep. Where's our dragons and such? Let's go. We gotta find extra damage. Yep, opponent's sacking their things here. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and do this first. We'll get rid of this. Let's see if maybe we can find some. Oh, wow. There's nothing. We've only seen one creature this game. And I may actually have to use this to get it back. That's the gross part. I guess we get rid of that. And we're doing nothing with this, so we might as well get rid of that. And then I guess if we kill this on our turn, it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, exactly. You can sack it and drain us. That's fine. Alright. So, if we do this for 3 next turn, we can get this back. I mean, it's something. Hard to be excited about it, but it's something. Alright, they found another reactor anyway. Sure. So now we do have to worry about them starting to pile up some damage. But I think we can still get there. I hope you just find a land off of that. Oh, they found a Shambling Gas. That's actually really bad for us. That is not what we want. Okay, this makes it less bad. Okay, so we attack. Okay, I guess this is fine. We'll have to use this Dragon's Fire to get rid of a blocker, unfortunately. Okay. Obviously, they'll sacrifice it, blah, blah, blah. We go through the whole song and dance again. All right. So we've done what we can here. Now it's just a matter of, can we draw into enough damage? I think we're going to Deadly Dispute and try to find something here. A dragon, a Raiju, like anything would be good. All right. Okay. Oh, man. Really? Alright, I guess we do this. We can sacrifice it. We would get a treasure. We'd still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even if we kill off the token, which seems okay, I guess. Mostly because we just force the opponent to find something else on their turn, or to sacrifice other things. So that's kind of okay. I mean, at some point, maybe it's just attack with the creature lands is the right answer, because the opponent's only at 14. This is starting to stack up a little bit. You know, maybe that's the real answer. But I am going to go ahead and give that a minus. Yep, of course. Makes sense. Oh, you're kidding. Like, we are trying so hard here, deck. We are trying so hard. All I have is Reckless Stormseekers and Shambling Gas to get back. All right. Well, we're going to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Use all the treasure. Get this. Get this. Give this a bonus attack. All right. It's going to switch back to day, which doesn't help us out, but is what it is. Sucks that we'll lose our trample. But now we're just going to be trying to get in with creature lands. I mean, there's nothing else to be done here. Yep. Opponent's at 9. They got a long way to go with this reactor. Alright, so it went back tonight, which helps us out quite a bit. So we're going to debate this. We're going to go to attacks. Doesn't really matter who gets it here. I guess it does, because you want to deal the most damage. So let's do that. Alright, so they're going to blow up the reactor targeting us and that. Makes sense. Yep. And the meat hook's basically just negating what they'd be doing to us. Go ahead and play this guy. And we'll end the turn. Saving this, because this could be a couple of critical points next turn. Alright, got there. Whew. Well, ultimately that went pretty well. Not really sure if there are major changes to be made. I think we're playing most of the right cards, and it was pretty nice to see that all the cards did what we wanted them to do, because that's always a bonus. I do feel like there had been a couple of times if we had some type of spot removal, maybe, you know, Blood Chief's Thirst, maybe over a couple of the Duresses would probably been a little bit better, so that's a change you could consider making if you're running into a lot of creature decks. But outside of that, I don't think I would really change too much. Our biggest problem was just when we just didn't draw enough mana to open the game, and there's not much you can do about that. But yeah, some Bloodchief Sirs I think could help the list out, but I wouldn't change too much else. So yeah, give this one a go if you're looking for some Rakdos action to play. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Mogis, God of Slaughter. And this is a great Rakdos card from way back when, but the cool part about this is if you're playing in Commander, it affects each opponent. So during each opponent's upkeep, they have to give up a neuter or lose 2 life. Now, admittedly, if you're playing against somebody who has tokens or whatnot, not a big deal. But if they're not, this card's pretty powerful. And then randomly, it can become a big creature if you get enough of the right permanents in play. But the cool part is you almost don't even care if it ever becomes a creature. Just being what it is and dealing constant damage is actually pretty threatening. And this is a pretty powerful card, yet it is only about $11. It's gone up a little bit over the last few months, but yeah, it's still very affordable if you want to get your hands on one. Now don't forget, like always, if you want today's deck list, it will be in the description below, along with links to our Facebook gaming page, our Twitch streams, and our Discord. So feel free to stop by, say hi, be part of the content. You know the drill, and it's open to everybody. Doesn't matter if you're a follower, subscriber, whatever. And if you'd be so kind and you want to support me directly, consider joining the channel here with the channel memberships. You can hit that join button right below the video. But even if you don't want to do that, please remember to like the video, share the video. Those 2 things help so very much. And then subscribe, hit that notification bell, and choose all notifications, because that makes sure you don't miss anything or important information like I've been sending out about some recent free experience and stuff on Arena you can get. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.